searches. So I know everyone here is PhD students. So how often you search literature based on weekly? How many papers you search?
Many.
Many. Okay. Great. So this I just do small topic on how to do literature searches. So all these material is based on like internet resources. So I divided my topic into 4 parts. So first I introduce how to conduct literature search at our schools. You assuming like we have access to the databases. Then we use more talk about tips to do literature search more efficiently. And then also we have to consider doing literature search at home without or if the database is not available in our library. Then I give example on how to do literature search. So why are we doing literature search? Because we have to do homeworks and we need to get some more information for our class studies and prepare a literature review for our research topics, especially for PhD students, and also prepare for the paper writings. So before we're doing the literature search, we have at least have computer and the internet access, and also most of the part in the talk is based on that the database is available. So how to conduct literature searches? So first step is scope our searches. So we need to know what we want interested in. Then we choose the resource to search, and then we have to specify our search terms. On that, then we can combine search strategies in our search. On that, we should get the papers we want, but we need to find the full text. Not all papers are available in some databases. Then we need to do some housekeepings to keep the information, keep the paper and keep how we search the paper. And also we need to add the citations. Okay, step 1, scope our search. So before we begin the search, we need to know which topic we want to search, understand our project, essay title, assignments. Also, we need to define any limits to our searches, especially dates, when it's published, and is geographic regions. And also, we need to think of a list of keywords to describe our projects, essay title, and assignments. Step 2 is choose the resource to search. So there are different resources. One is database. So there is a lot of database which is not free. I mean, we can search the articles, but the article may need to be purchased. So one example is ASA index, American Statistics Association index. So we can use that in database, but the paper lists there need to be purchased. There are also free databases, Cobra, which stands for collection of biostatistical research archives. So this is a free database, but it's much smaller. So I'll talk a little bit this one a little bit later. Search engines. So basically, actually, most time we use search engines instead of database. So, for example, the search engine is PubMed, which is sponsored by CPI. So, usually, any paper related to medical topics, you can find it in PubMed. It's very powerful and it has very specified specification of study areas. Another example, Google Scholar. So Google Scholar is also very powerful, but but the issue is it doesn't, when the result comes, we don't know. Some of the articles may not related to our study areas. They just give a general search. But Google Scholar can give us the citation for the paper, so we can find the extra papers if we want. So it's also very convenient method. So there are also other resources. Choose the search terms. So we need to define a search concept, choose a keyword, and choose subject handling, MESH terms. MESH is defined by the National Library of Medicine. So, for example, if you type vitamin C, so in the database it will recognize as ascorbic acid automatically. So it comes out different. So you can just give one keyword, and it turns out a lot of related words.
So the mesh terms, they give you a guide. Is there a guide to know how to write the mesh terms, or you just learn them by?
They have very strict vocabularies being defined, but so it allows us to more freely. So we don't need to, like for example, if we're interested in vitamin C, but we don't need to type both of them because they are already being recognized as they are equal.
So you can still write vitamin C, and you don't need to write ascorbic acid.
No, we don't need to.
Okay.
So step 4 is most important. So we combine our search strategies in this step. So we can include information on Boolean operators. So this is like and, or, not. So you can combine the keywords, use these operators. Truncations, for example, if we have a full title of the article, we don't need to input all of them, but we can input some enough length, so that makes sure the result is being very specified. A proximity search is so you can just type in keywords if you are not sure about the interest articles. You just want to give a first filtration of the results. Search filters, so we can specify the dates, the languages, and even the publications, journals. Citation search, so we can use the look at how many paper has been cited. This article, we can trace the citation and further finding more articles based on this related article. So finding full text. So if we have basic information about the literatures we're interested in, so we can go to the library. We can use the library catalog or A to Z e-journal list. So usually, especially in big universities, this should be working because most big universities already purchased most databases. But in our school, public health, because we are only specialized in small area, so not all database is available in our library. So last step is housekeeping. So you need to keep your search results, keep the citation styles, keep the publishing search strategies. You search this article, and there's a few software you can use. One is EndNote, the other Jiabu.
What is the difference between EndNotes and Jiabu?
Jiabu is for latex. As I know, is when you are doing latex, we can use the Jiabu to do.
You're doing what?
It's similar to a Word file, but in Word we can use EndNote, so this is most convenient. But some people, especially in statistics, they use use latex
Oh,
to
okay.
type articles.
Oh.
So in this case, they can use the Jiabu.
You were saying something before about the search, about Boolean, what is it? What was it?
Oh, Boolean operator.
What is that?
It's a 3 keyword, like, and I will show that later.
Okay.
So tips to conduct the literature searching efficiently. So one is using the titles. So this might be a very specific result, but that might not be. It may turns out to be no result if it's too specific. So one example is types the paper titles. So second tip is combining the searches. So as I said, 3 Boolean operators. One is or. So or can broaden your choices. So you can use the 2 keywords, keywords A and keywords B, or keywords B. If they are in the title, then you can find it if you are searching for the title. And is narrow the arrow is come to narrow your search result. So less result but more specific. Not is used to exclude some of the result.
And you can actually use not, and it helps?
It will help you especially. I think.
I've never used not.
Okay, because sometimes, for example, if we know that the research topics related to there's big research topic, but may have 2 parts, and we are sure that it's not this part. In this case, we may use not. Tip 3 is narrow your searches. So at least in this step, when I went to narrow, is narrowing the keywords. So for example, it's microbiology, fungi, mushroom. So they are being more and more specific. Like another example is exponential family distribution, normal distribution, and standard normal distribution. So in this way, we can get more specific result we want. So conduct literature search on under some different scenarios. For example, when you were working at home, which we don't have access to the database. So in this case, we can use VPN. VPN is available at the library website. So if we have our account information, we can be able, we just in like we're at the school and get access to the papers. Another, if the database is not accessible through the library, a few ways. One is try free database, as I said, Cobra. The other one is if you can, because we are students, we can take benefit of it. Most membership for students is really discounted. For example, ASA membership is like $12 per year, and have full access to the ASA publications. And the other way, go to nearby libraries, Rice Library or MD Anderson. So they already have purchased most databases which is not available in our school. So if we still cannot find them, we can request a ticket for to librarian, and they can request the paper for us. So one example I give is a seminar in this week. So it's Dr. Tianqi Cai. He's talking on systematic approach on subgroup treatment selections. So my keyword, my new keyword will be subgroup treatment selection. So so the first database I tried, PubMed. So this is a search engine.
About 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I tried the subgroup treatment selection with keywords. It turned out 2,000 results. Then I narrow use the and operators as the author, Tianqi Cai, and it turned out one specific paper, but it's not available in our library. So, and I tried Google Scholar also. I found that actually is this article, so it doesn't show any availability in our library. So I guess it's